Good morning, good morning. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Roman, how are you? Happy Friday. What's up, AZS? How you doing? Oh, well, happy Friday, Timo. Hey, Moran. Forget about it. What's going on? Hey, Jam. How are you? Oh, no. Hey, Jerry, what's going on? Bit of a quiet market this morning. Hey, Tim, how you doing? Black Swan, what's going on? Hey, Ronan. I am well. I am well. Hey, what's up, Jeff Nano? What's going on, guys? Hoka, how are you? How you feeling, brother? How are your eyes? Let's get right to it. Well, overnight inventory was short. It is now corrected upwards, and we're kind of banging against that overnight high. We are still inside yesterday's range and kind of inside its cost basis. So let's see what's happening. It's been kind of choppy, as you can see from our 1 minute candle chart. Very choppy. Hey, Ancom, how you doing? It has been a choppy, slow morning. Basically taking it easy. I haven't traded at all. Sort of taking the day and relaxing a bit. JJ, it's OpEx. What is your opinion about how trading it? Choppier than usual? It doesn't make a difference. What I find, Dan, is I find a lot of people make a huge deal about this options expiry, and then generally nothing really happens. Do you guys remember? I mean, can you guys remember any options expiry that's been particularly crazy off the top of your head? I don't really remember anything too far off the wall. I don't really get a big deal about it. Contract rollover, month end, I tend to be a bit more careful, trade less, right? Just common sense stuff, Dan. Um, More than anything else, it's just been really choppy. Everybody makes a big deal out of options expiry. I don't. You hear about the triple witching, and it's like the witches never show up. You know, you hear a lot about these witches, but I'm looking around and I don't see Cher, Michelle Pfeiffer, or Susan Sarandon anywhere. So, do I see the market becoming thicker or thinner in the future? I see it becoming thinner. I actually see this market becoming thinner and thinner and thinner as time goes by. There's a reason for that. I was talking about with somebody today, and the reason why I look to the markets to become thinner is really because of how quickly markets can put orders in and take orders out. So when you look at you guys who stare at the DOM, right? When you guys look at that and you see, oh, maybe 100 contracts decide or 50 contracts decide or something like that, um, on at every tick. When a large order comes in the market, what'll happen is the orders get pulled really quickly. Just pew, they disappear. And that is definitely because of electronic trading and algorithms. They can add orders, take orders away really, really quickly. So the faster markets get with execution, the thinner they get. Thinner order books, exactly. Now let's see here. I am a bag holder. Early messed up this time, was short. S&P since May, closed out yesterday. Wow. Reg P19. I feel you, man. You're a trader who put on a position and you got hit, right? The thing is, we've all been there, right? We've all been there, brother, right? In one way or another, this market is a spanking machine. Now, the good thing is you're never going to do that again. Okay? Why don't you, here, I'll offer this to you, right? I'll put in my email here, Reg, and you can email me if you want to chat. Just reach out and I'm sure it's like, if you've been holding a position for such a long time, there's a reason why you were doing it, and there was a reason why you were ignoring the signs. I don't want to go through your whole thing on a YouTube thing with a bunch of people. If you're comfortable with it, you can email me, and we'll do a Zoom call. I'd be happy to help. Right? And look, no strings. You don't have to pay anything or buy anything or any of that stuff. But I'd be happy to help. It's something I've helped people with before. Right? If it's a habit, we can fix it. I definitely can fix it. Definitely can fix it. Unfortunately, this is the worst market to be shorting in the last probably 150 years. Nobody tells you this. None of the talking heads on CNBC, none of the YouTube people, none of the Ferrari drivers, none of them explain to people that excuse my language, this is the absolute shittiest market for short sellers in easily 150 years. They don't talk about it because they don't understand how the market's been built. And if you actually understood how you built this market, how this market has been built, you would never short it long term. Right? If you realized how this market was structured, and you got to realize, Reg, that markets and stocks are built. They're created, they're structured. And they're structured in a way that they will trade in the way they're structured. Just like if you build a car and you put this kind of engine in it, it's going to drive like this, it's going to handle like this. It's the same thing with markets. But nobody ever tells you this, right? And if you understood how this market is structured, if you understood how Wall Street makes its money, then you would know that shorting this market on a long-term basis is just such a painful way to trade. Right? It's just pain. Most of the great short sellers are gone. You know, look at guys like Chanos and all those guys. They're all retired. You know, but they'll never come out and tell people, you know what, you shouldn't short. They'll come out and say it's overvalued, it's too high, it's blah, 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 blah. But they won't tell you why. I'll tell you why. I tell you because the market's not built to go down. The market is built to mark up asset prices every month, every quarter, every year, because large institutions that are trillion-dollar institutions are money managers and they get a fee on assets under management. So why in the hell would you mark down asset prices and get paid less every year, every quarter? Why would you get paid less? If I have a 2 and 20 business model and I've got $1 billion under management, and I can mark that billion up to $1.5 billion, my fees go from 20 million a year to 30 million a year. Why would I want to go from 20 million a year to 15 or 10? You have to look at agenda, folks. Right? Thanks, S&P. LBF is the look below and fail, which is an A+ setup. You also have to look at not stock allocation, but stock location. Right? Where are all the big positions located? Are they with degenerate gamblers who are trading on margin, or are they with trillion-dollar institutions that have cash and never are subject to margin calls? Asset gathering, right? Asset gathering, baby. You also have to understand that all of that stock is used as collateral. So the price of the collateral has to keep going up. Otherwise, the whole circus comes to a very, very abrupt end. That's why we have big margin events like COVID and big margin events like when your president had his, what did he have, Judgment Day? Right? Those are all margin events. Seymour, what's going on? It was like Terminator Judgment Day. It's a tough market to trade, Travis. And you know why, Travis? Do you know why it's a tough market to trade? I'll fill you in on a little secret. Since it's Friday, folks, I'm going to give away some secrets. Okay? They don't want you trading. They meaning the people who run this business. They don't want you screwing around in there pretending you know what you're doing. Okay? They want you to buy 100 shares of Microsoft and piss off. And come back next month and buy 100 shares of Microsoft and piss off. And never complain and never question. And just stuff it in your RRSP or your 401k. They just want you to buy it and go. Like Russell Peters says, take it and go. Take it, go, and be quiet. Somewhere along the line, hundreds of years ago, some nudnik went, you know what, the stuff moves. As they're taking it and moving it to the store, there's price movement. Maybe we can make some money off of it. And we said, we being the industry, said, come little trader, we'll give you candy. And then you guys walk right into the wolf's mouth and we eat you for lunch. They don't want you day trading. They don't want you trading. They want you to give all your money to a financial advisor and you pay them a percentage of the assets under management. Do you guys get it? It's not built for you to trade. That's why when do you guys notice when it's really volatile that you can't get into your brokerage firm, that you can't get orders in, that there's delays in technology? Do you ever notice that on really, really fast-moving days, your screens freeze? And, oh, I can't get into Schwab. Oh, I can't get into Ameritrade. Oh, I can't get... Guess what? They don't build the infrastructure for retail trading is the same one that was around since 1998, 2000. Right? Because you're paying $50 a month for your quotes. Large institutions pay hundreds of $1,000s a month on data and technology. Right? They don't want us. They don't want us in there. They'll take us, and they're like, yeah, sure, your food. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Right? You think you're going to make money? You think you're going to be rich? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Come on, come on, come on. Right? And they basically take you into a back alley. They club you on the back of the head. Next thing you know, you wake up and you're in a bathtub full of ice missing a kidney. Right? They don't want you in here. That's why I try and teach you guys not to be food. Right? What are you up to, Moran? Alexander Kandinsky, 1920. What's going on, Moran? I don't know what she's typing. What's going on? Oh. All right. That's why. I used to live in Vancouver, that's why. Oh, you knew I was going to say the kidney thing. Okay. So, they don't want you trading. They'll take your money if you want. Not a problem. Look at this creep. Look at this creep. What did I say? When did I post this? When did I post that? About half an hour ago, I threw something in the room and I said, that's the next target. Look how it's creeping up here. So, overnight inventory is now, It was short. It's getting long. It's getting long. Let's see what we do when we get up to this 7-11 stop, right? So that's, folks, you know, why the market trades the way it is, right? The market trades this way because it's structured for people to buy stock and go away, right? They want you to buy and not complain. Quiet buyers, right? Exactly. We can fix the problem. We can fix the problem. If you're having troubles with this stuff, reach out to me. You know, message me. Twitter messaging now, X messaging is just like, I'm vwaptrader1 on X, but I look at my inbox and look at this stuff that I'm getting. Hello, my name is Melania. I'd like to introduce you to girls. What kind of crap is going on here? Right? It's all just, it's the worst. These message requests. Your account funds have been unfrozen. Balance is $33 million. Wow. I'm rich. You can't delete that stuff fast enough. How do you get a spam filter on X, Alexander? Explain it to me. I'll do it. Okay. So we stopped just shy of 11. Oh, right through it. Can you forward me the account balance unfrozen message? I'll take it if you don't. Okay, you can have it. Past 11, what are we targeting, folks? We're targeting that high from yesterday. Can't block them fast enough, Raj. It's crazy. All right. Okay, folks. Here's the deal. If we get accepted above 67.19 and we get above yesterday's high, just be careful shorting it, right? The best trade would be a look above yesterday's high and come back in, or a fail to take yesterday's high and you'd short it back down. I'm really not comfortable just buying it right here, right? Until we maybe do a look below and fail of 3. That might work, right? Just be careful off the open, okay? We're going to open in 3 minutes. Let's see what these knuckleheads have in store for us this morning, okay? Remember, not next month, not next week, but the week after is month end, right? It's also end of quarter. And then you know what happens after that. Right? Once we get into that new quarter, everybody's looking to make money. They got to pay for Christmas. So you'll see penny stocks coming out of nowhere, right? Just really crappy penny stocks will all of a sudden be up 300% in a day, right? Just out of nowhere. It'll start. It's probably already started. I call this paper hanging season. Oh, there we go. It's already coming down. It's already coming in a bit. Let's see what we do off the open. This is where everybody hangs out their crappy stock, horrible paper to try and get you to buy it so they can fund a beautiful Christmas vacation. Bentleys don't pay for themselves. Don't be some fund manager's food. We got bids at 6.5. Okay, so pre-market information. What's going on? Market awareness. You got 6.5 bids off the open, right? Pre-open, you've got a bid at 6.5. Why? Because when X period took the W high, that's where the shorts got trapped, right here. Boom. So on retrace, look for bids there. You rented out your Bentley? Very smart. Let's see where we got to open. 10. Mm-hmm. Look at those pre-open bids coming in. See the lift? No, they're going to stuff them. Let's see. Let this thing work itself out. Look how they stuffed it down there. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Seller at the open. If we can't get back up over the open, look for 3 and 2 on the bottom. If we get back up over the open, be careful on the short side. Short 5.5, covering 3.5. Just one contract. Looking for 1.25 as we come in. Thank you for VWAP. I forgot to put it on here. There it is. Boom, there's VWAP right there. Beautiful. Just use the levels. If it's too fast for you, just let it slow down a little bit. No, we did not open on a gap. We opened inside yesterday's range and value, Alexander. Right? Look. We opened inside yesterday's range and value. Right? If we open outside yesterday's range, I consider that a gap. Now you guys have all sorts of different gaps. I just have one gap. But I realize that a lot of retail people have different gaps. They have high fructose corn syrup gaps. They've got, Cool Ranch gaps, all sorts of gaps. I just have one type of gap. Well, I don't know. They're always like, do you trade Fantasy Island gaps? I'm like, huh? What? Where's the plane? Mr. O'Rourke, get in here. No idea what people are talking about. Half the time, I have no idea what people are talking about when they're talking to me about trading. I'm like, huh? What? Ooh. It's really funny. It's like just because when you grow up in the industry, it's like none of this stuff is talked about. If we get underneath VWAP, ladies and gentlemen, at 6,700, here are your lower targets, and there's quite a few of them. The overnight point of control did suck up there, didn't it? Just take me back to the day the Dow crossed 10,000. That was a good day, Nano. Good question, Deuce. The TPO are different colors. The blue is the value area, or where 70% of the inventory is priced. The green is 30% of where the inventory is priced. It's kind of slowing down a little now. My bias for today is rotation. Hey, Jeff, yep, Christmas tree breath for sure. Rotation is the order of the day. Hmm. Cost basis is here, right? So if our cost basis is in the blue area, and we come into that blue area, stop selling, see if we can find some suckers to come in and get it up over VWAP. That would be nice. If not, we're going to have to put it on sale, folks. Can we get enough suckers to blast it over 6,700? Otherwise, we're going to come back in under 97, look for 94 and a half to the downside, okay? Sometimes you got to put it on sale. Sometimes you got to put it on sale. Look below and fail of 97 half. It's going to be sellers at VWAP. I'm ridiculously short. I'm very short biased. Maybe because I keep hanging out with short sellers. I'm really short biased, right? But if we can't get up over VWAP over 6,700, then my bias is correct. So say if you had shorted 99, stop 6,700 and three quarter. You're looking for 97 and a half. Yeah, quick 2 point trades, that's beautiful. There's nothing wrong with that. That's really good. Right. Now I'm seeing whether how aggressive this is going to be. I want that next candle to open in 10 seconds here. See, there is a seller, right? Come on, show yourself, you rat bastard. Show yourself. I know you're there. Where are you? Come on. Show me where you are. There. Right? Top of that candle, top of that candle. Let's see if that candle can get up to VWAP. right? I'm convinced that there's going to be a seller somewhere in here. I just don't know exactly where. Right? That's why I didn't take the look below and fail of 97.5. Not that there was nothing wrong with buying 98 and selling 99, 6,700. Now let's see. If enough buyers come in, we can take it back over 6,700, and then you'll be looking for the top of that candle here at 2. But right now they're selling into it. So right now, I'm not convinced. I gotta sit and look. I gotta wait. All right, I'm not gonna just jump in one side or the other. One thing I don't like as a short seller are the bottom of those last 3 candles. See? Seller at VWAP. Okay. Now let's see if we can get underneath 98. Ah, there it is. There we go. There we go. Like I could see it, but I'm not trading it right now because I don't know if I can get, if I am on the ball enough to get good entries. You know, sometimes I'll look at a market and you know what? Sometimes I'll be like, you know what? Am I fast enough? Am I on the ball enough? Am I tuned in enough? And if I say I'm not, then I'll just wait. I'll wait and watch a little bit more and get like more tuned into the market. See how choppy it is and the candles are getting smaller? This is where I really like to let somebody else pay the bill. You know, this is like when you go to a restaurant and right before the check comes, you hot foot it to the bathroom. Let somebody else pick up the tab. This is one of those situations. And once they figure it out and find the bid, then I can work off that. Right now, it's just kind of screwing around trying to find the bid. And it seems to have come right back to the cost basis of yesterday. So, for example, say I wanted to go long. And I started building a little long position between, say, you know, the 99s, 6,700. When it pops over 6,700, then I'll become a seller and I'll start putting them out. Like put them out here, put them out here, right? See, I was short biased, but the candles are talking to me, and that move through VWAP, that's like, you know what, JJ, you're wrong, right? That's why I couldn't commit to a short here, right? So I'm happy now to be long 90, 99 and 3/4, and I'll sell 2.5, and I'm out. Thank you, right? Well done, Mother Truck. Well done. Way to work it. What is the maximum mins of scalp with 1 to 3 points so I can market in without? I don't know. I don't use market orders, Mihai. Sorry. Yeah, I don't use market orders, so I wouldn't know. I've traded 10s and 15s overnight, but I scale in and out. I always cut my orders up. That's just habit. It's how I've been trained. And I've never used market orders, so different breed of cat. So there I was short biased, right? So if you're ever wondering how I trade against my bias, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life is learn how to trade against my bias. Because you naturally, if you're short, you just naturally start shorting. Next thing you know, you're offside. Like, and in the ES, you can get offside so quickly. Oh dear God, right? So that's why I was sitting there. That's why I was sounded kind of weird, right? I was talking. I was like, "Come on, show me the seller," and the seller was there, but there's no follow through. They didn't need to sell under 97.5. Then I saw the offer moving up. I'm like, oh, the bastards found some buying. So I got to flip long. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Cool. Hey, Josh, what's going on? Ooh. Exactly, Mihai. That's really, really, you summed it up really nicely because the less information you look at, the easier it is for you to figure stuff out. Especially if you need to figure out stuff quickly and act on it. Then the less you're looking at, the better. Trust me on that. Because when I started retail trading, somebody would say, look at this, look at Delta, look at that, look at that, look at this order book. Oh, look at this order flow software, look at this. And I looked at it all and I went, holy cow, I can't look at all this stuff at the same time. So how do you make a decision? Thanks, Mike. I was like, how do I do this? But I need to like, okay, it's great after the fact to say it would have done this and that, and I should have done there and I should have done that. But what do I do at the time? That was the hardest thing, right? Hey, Miami, what's going on? I knew the seller was there, Rosemark, but they weren't aggressive. They weren't aggressive under VWAP. Now, this is the worst when it's going back and forth over VWAP. Okay, come on, give us some direction now. I thought options expiry is supposed to be a big thing. Nobody came into work? Or the algos all just smoke one and go try and find breakfast burritos? What the hell? So algo smoke break? What's going on? Get some action in here. Look at this. It's just nah. It's like the ES rolled out of bed and just rolled onto the couch. So did I. It's a little early for algo smoke break. Maybe they smoked something else. It's not 420 today, is it? The market's sure as heck acting like it is. Good grief. Wow. This is slow. Excuse me. This is really slow. This is brutal. Oh. Ah, I really don't know how this pin the tail on the donkey thing is with OPEX. Somebody tried explaining it to me once, but it really hurt my head. Yeah. C and B period, right? Oh, definitely. I could use another coffee right now. Trump Putin call? Carnivore Kid, welcome to the room. Yeah, all that gamma stuff really didn't work out for Dr. David Banner. I'll stay away. Well, he's talking to someone. That's all that matters. Oh my goodness. We still have 12 minutes to go in this period. Don't make me get long bias now. That's really all that was for sale. How many contracts have we traded in a period? 100,000. Ice cream time? It's Yeah, just don't tell my girlfriend, Moran. Okay. If you're long at 6,700, you're going up to 6.5, 7. Sell them if you got them. Boy, oh boy. There's just no selling at all. Really at all. This M low from yesterday is where everyone got trapped short at the end of the day, and it seems like that's all we're getting. Like there's all of the supply that was here is just gone. For now. Let's see. Long 3 offered at 5.25, out 1, out 2, out 3. Sorry, not 3, 3.5. If we stay over 3.5, it's going to rotate up to about 7.5, 8. Because that little liquidation, oh, Jesus. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'll sell, I'll take that and sell those. Did you see the book just thinned out like that? And it just boom. That must have been something, some sort of news little spike. Beautiful. Oh. Okay, I'm going to put my Dom away now. Anybody still awake? Even after that little spike? You guys still awake? Well, there you got your witches, right? No, I live in a part of Liverpool. Well, it's a busy road, so there's always an ambulance or a police car or some crazy crap going across. Always some kind of drama. Well, gunning for the overnight high now, ladies and gentlemen. That is a strange sounding alarm, though. Nice work, Jam. Nice work. Yeah. You really don't want to trade this market without a stop. You know what I mean? Really don't want to be trading this thing without a stop. NASDAQ new all-time high. Thanks, Rosemart. Well, that's good. That'll keep all the tech bros happy, right? Got to keep the tech bros happy. Where are we now? Creeping on that overnight high, folks. Watch out if we take it out. There will be stops up there. Don't get in the way of them. Little distribution. Run out of buyers, we'll distribute up here. And why not? I mean, if you're long under 3, I'd be a 9 seller. Sell 9 all day, thank you very much. Yeah, this is back and forth distribution. We're using those trap shorts underneath us to hold the market up, and it allows us to sell for better prices. Right? Get liquid. Right? Turn that 1, 2, 3 paper into 7, 8, 9 paper. And now, if we run out of buyers, we're just going to put it on sale all the way back to... Now, remember where that price spike happened, right? We're getting close to it. Under 5.5, aren't you curious to see? Who is there? Yes. I don't use bracket orders, but my stops are always server. I trade manually. Everything I do manually. Just because I'm old, that's all. It's the way I've been taught to do it, and we had to be fast on the phone, so... I saw one of the guys in the equity room was using... I mean, but they trade active equities quite a bit. What were they using? Something called a stream deck or something like that? It looked like an old Vancouver computer trading terminal. I like manual, just simple. I don't trade enough to use. I mean, yeah, it's someone from here who was using that thing. I've never used one. I don't know how to use it. Definitely manual trains me to fast. You know what really trains you to be fast, Aaron? What really trains you to be fast is a very, very angry Swiss banker screaming at you at 3 o'clock in the morning to put Instinet orders in the machine and waking you up. See you, Joe. Have a great weekend. That's what made me fast. I had this client who was a Swiss banker, and I was in Vancouver, BC. He was in Switzerland, and he would call me at 3 o'clock in the morning to start putting in pre-market orders. And he would just be screaming. If I didn't answer the phone on the first ring, I had 30 seconds to get the orders in, so I had a couple of cell phones. Right? He swore at me in French because I speak French. Yeah, what a character he was. Anyway, anywho. That's how I learned how to be quick. Really, because when you're on a trade desk and you're not quick, you're useless, right? Like a slow trader is about as useless as a poopy flavored lollipop, right? It's just nobody wants a slow trader, right? It's like saying you want a car that breaks down a lot. So now this is called backfilling. After a nice move up, you put it on sale, put it on sale. Now I'm curious to see what's here, because that's where we got that big jam up. I think there's a bunch of bids here from 6 down to 3. Let's see. Because if we have a bunch of buy orders here stacked, the market will come into this 6 area, right? And test it, and if it sees big buy orders, it'll pop back out. If it doesn't, that means those shorts they see selling and they're going to drop their bids down to 3.5. Yeah, it's not a pleasant way to wake up in the morning. So yeah, now it's slow again. Accumulation, distribution, accumulation, distribution. Now it's just back on sale. I'll be looking for 3.5 on the downside. If you're short, you're fading that move higher. Like today, I'm on it, but I'm not totally on it. I should have called this out, right? That where you have we should have been short here, stop here, looking to cover here, or at least here. So that's one I missed, right? It's always good to go and review the ones you missed too. Sometimes a market will trade and you'll just like then you look at it and like, oh my god, I missed that. How did I miss that? Jeez, that was early obvious, right? For me, if I miss trades, it's usually because well, it's not usually. For me, it's always the same reason. If I miss a trade, there's only one reason, and it's lack of discipline. Because I wasn't tuned in and disciplined enough to be sitting here and watching it like a hawk. Right. B period finally opens up. Now, what if B period's an inside bar? You guys are all going to freak out. Oh. Hmm. You're getting the setup, right, Tim? Nice. Nice. Let's see. So this is a bit of a look below and fail of 3.5. If you are long, I don't know if we'll get up to 7. We're going to try. Let's see if we can creep it over 6.5. Oh, painful. Not much follow through. There's follow through at the strangest times. If it doesn't break the high or low of A period. And usually, if I say that B period's going to be an inside bar, I'll get about 8 people who groan and say you cursed us. Because inside bars are pretty slow. Not much goes on. Sometimes I'll just say stuff to see if you guys are awake. Right? Are they actually listening? Or are they watching TikTok? Which is the thing, you know? I found out this week that, when I'm talking, a lot of people are watching TikTok. I got to get on there. What's on TikTok that's so revolutionary? Off to dinner. Have a good weekend, Mother Truck. Enjoy. Eat something unhealthy for me. You have the Bloomberg on mute. No TikTok. I don't know, man. This guy was really into TikTok. I don't know. There's got to be something on there that's really special. I have no idea what you guys are looking at. But you're ticking and talking. Hey, Colin, how are you? Oh my goodness. Now it's algo smoke break. Oh my goodness. Look at this. It's just seven. It's 3.5 to 6. Just chopping back and forth. Boy, oh boy. I need to befriend somebody who's got a nice boat. There should be sellers at just around this 8 area. Yeah, I mean, I could see being positioned long here with your stop under 3.5 and then sell it up here. I don't know if they're going to go for that trick again. I miss the States. I haven't been to the States in a long time. It's okay, Nano. Everybody's a hot mess right now. You know? Well, let's see if we can hold 3.5, ladies and gentlemen. If we can't hold 3.5, we are going to come back to VWAP. Because all we're doing is just distributing. See, we're just doing this creep. Boy, oh boy. It's a wholesale business this first half hour, isn't it? Good distribution above the close. Boy, it's just creeping back and forth. Just relax, folks. Don't worry, you'll get better trades later on. If you are position long from 4 to 6, make sure you're offered so when the market goes up, it takes you out of your trade so you can sell. Yep. Every hour we get a whole bunch of tourists coming off the bus that we can sell useless crap they don't need, right? That's what I want you guys thinking, ladies and gentlemen. When you look at a market, I want you to have that mentality with me where we look at go, hey, where can we rob these people? Right? Instead of us getting robbed, I want you to look at a chart and go, where are they trapped? Where are they desperate? Where are they scared? How can we take advantage of that? Right? Be greedy bastards. That's what I want for you guys. You know, it's like we're all jackals on top of the mountain. We're watching the sheep come into the valley. Oh, look, oh, there's a fresh one, right? Hey, Dryfit. Hey, how you doing? Is that Dave? What's up, brother? Exactly, Mike. A chart right now, I don't see much business, Flavius. Right now, I see the tourists holding their purses very tightly. We want them a little drunk so we can steal them. You know what I mean? Right? It's so slow, right? So maybe they should say options expiry. We're just going to put you to sleep with our price action. Be careful trading options expiry. Why? It might put you to sleep. See how everybody was making a big deal about this? It is like nothing. It's like a big air biscuit. Maybe it'll get faster later on. But boy, this is disappointing. I mean, we don't even have a decent rotation going. It is disappointing, Renee. You might be off to the pickleball court a little early today. We need some more fresh meat. We seriously need some like fresh meat to come in here. Yeah, everybody says, yeah, I remember 100-point swings. Ah, good looking out, Dave. That's right. You do trade options, don't you? Yeah, most of the smart big money managers have locked in their Q3 profits, right? They're not going to really do anything. I mean, unless they're in trouble in the last week, right? Oh boy. Yeah. Well, I bet you as soon as I get off the stream, it'll start hopping. Happens every single time. Maybe I should do the stream half an hour later. No reason to sell under 3. Just going back and forth here. Just be patient. All will be revealed soon enough. I mean, if you're a quick trader and you're really on the ball and you feel like working, you can trade that little rotation that we've got going now. You know, 6.5 to 3.5, and then back up. There it is. Right, 6.5 to 3.5. And then take the reverse. Gosh. Still hasn't gone down to 3.5. Okay, 3.5, and that holds. Right. Take it long back up to 6.5. That's really all you can do right now. Because it's OPEX, I'm really not into building positions right now. I really like building positions in Globex when it's slow. I find that better. Oh my goodness, folks. This is brutal. Brutal. Write your congressman. Yeah, we're just inside. Business as usual, and boy, is business slow. Any questions? Nothing? Anything going on in the What's going on stock-wise? This KTOS, man, this thing went nice. Jeez, we should have bought. We should have been all over this in the 40s. Oracle still in the gap. MSTR found some life. NVIDIA 177. Let's take a look at Intel. It's hanging in there. Somebody had to help it out. Crabapple, 240. What else you guys looking at? How's Hunter's BITB, 63 bucks. The Amazon Rainforest, 233. Google still hasn't found a seller. Meta's got some new glasses out. Oh, the price of their glasses is the same price as one share of their stock. That's cool. How is Coin? Oh yeah, you guys in your Coin. What was the other one? Hood. Yeah, Coin's doing well, 345. And Robin in the Hood, 122. So retail starts driving earnings. Oh, hey, look, we're under 3.5. Right down to VWAP. Boy, oh boy. Good stuff, Chris. That's about it, AZS. Sell the fish, get rid of it. Let's see if there's a seller at 3.5. Maybe we can short it and get it underneath 6,700. I don't know. That's reaching for trades. And once I start reaching for trades, I know I shouldn't be trading, right? You can hear me reaching for trades just to keep you guys entertained, right? As soon as I start doing that, yeah, right. Got to catch myself, right? It's just letting you guys play with knives. What areas in this business is it possible to have free stock? Anything under like 15 bucks. You know, what you want to do is, Mihai, you want to find something nice to trade like the ES or, you know, a futures instrument. Or if you want to trade a certain, you know, try and pick stable stocks of real companies where there's no dilution, right? That way you don't have somebody with free stock dumping it in and diluting it. Just stay away from penny stocks. You know, anything under, really, under like $10 down, right? How do you find out if it's a bucket shop? Oh, when I talk about bucket shops, I talk about, you know, people who trade CFDs and spread betting. Bucket shops really don't exist anymore. Like phone rooms and bucket shops, they don't, that's kind of a thing of the past. But we call, you know, we call places where they, you know, let people trade on ridiculously cheap margin and stuff like that. We call them bucket shops. Like, you know, like those CFD brokers where nobody actually ever makes any real money. They just take everybody's money every day. Sorry. If anybody owns a CFD shop, They're probably going to be pretty mad at me, but hey. Just generally stay away from penny stocks. You'll be okay. Right? Penny stocks are meant to be sold. They're not meant to be bought. You know, you get the stuff for free and then you go sell it. Yeah, it's a tight value area. A lot of bucket shops. Yeah, they didn't have. Yeah, they could easily manipulate their data. Now the CFD brokers do it, right? Because you trade something that doesn't go through an exchange, so they set the price. Same kind of thing. Oh my goodness. Well, folks, what do you say we call it a week? B period was an inside period, Alexander. You guys ready to shut it down? Thanks. Hey, are you guys doing happy hour in the room tonight? I'll do one. Ray and Steve are in New York. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend. Stay out of trouble. Don't get caught up in this chop. Go do something fun. Enjoy the day. Start your weekend early. Thank you, everyone, for being with me. Come visit us at the tradingsyndicate.org. I really appreciate you being with us all week. Really looking forward to next week. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Thanks, everyone. Bye for now.